Can I go to the sleepover?
I want you to promise me something. If there's any drinking, I want you to say, "No thanks, not my thing."
I promise, Mom.
They really do hear you.
Did you pack your toothbrush?
For tips on how to start the talk, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth, and we are here today at Faith Baptist Church in Georgetown, and we're going to be talking about the after-school reading program. The kids come to us through the school system, so we only work with children from Southern Elementary School. We work closely with the Family Resource Coordinator, Tori Hundley is her name. Teachers identify students who are multiple grade levels behind in reading for where they are. So if they're in second grade, typically they're pre-readers, maybe not even that. If they're in fourth grade, they're at least a few years behind reading level-wise. So we meet them where they are. One-on-one reading has always been a component of the program. So for at least a portion of every time we gather, they are reading one-on-one aloud with a volunteer or a mentor. If they are pre-readers, a lot of that is helping with more basic phonics or sight word recognition, but it is one-on-one with an adult mentor. That's always been the case. And then we have varied the other sessions that they're part of. We've had art sessions, and usually Gayla does science or geography. We've had music this year where the music is songs based on sight words. We have phonics games this year as a session. But even when we're doing art or science, we're focusing on vocabulary, teaching them how to look things up in dictionaries, which is sort of basic, putting things in alphabetical order, that sort of thing. So the very first week, we use leveled readers to kind of figure out what they know and what they don't know. So that we don't assume knowledge. We let them kind of show what they've learned. But they don't come in, we don't get a report from their teachers to know how well they're doing. We just know they've been identified as being weak in some area related to reading. We've only been working with second through fourth graders, but it is up to each program to decide that. That just has seemed like a good target for us. It's 8 weeks typically in the fall and 8 weeks in the spring. It varies as to when we do it, but it's typically 8 weeks, and then with a break in there in the fall. Fall break typically is right in the middle, and in the spring, usually spring break is right in the middle. But then we always do the last day that we meet, whatever Wednesday that is, we do a program and have the parents come, and the kids do a presentation or a play or something like that. I think studies have repeatedly shown us that literacy skills early make a difference to the life outcomes of every child. So that's not just graduation from high school, but that's attending college, getting jobs, even being a really good hands-on parent and knowing how to help your own children with knowing how to read. And that starts so early. It actually starts long before we're meeting these children. It's even before preschool, to be honest. The words that children are exposed to from the time that they're born makes a difference to their brain development and their linguistic development. And you can talk to almost any pediatrician and they'll tell you to read to your baby, and that's because verbal acquisition matters from the beginning. And so by trying to jump in and help children who are behind according to the public school system is a way for us to say, we think it matters, that your life matters, and the more that they learn now, it's going to make a difference to who they are when they're 40 years old, like me.